the sound's letting me down. In the base 911, I wasn't let down by the sound. This is almost like when you were playing Gran Turismo on the PlayStation and like the physics were good, but the cars sounded horrible. All right, we are driving a 2025 Porsche 911 T Hybrid GTS. Center lock wheels, steel brakes. Haven't been in one of these things before, so it's gonna be a first go. This is gonna be a raw reaction, and I'm pretty excited. Losing my voice today a little bit. These cars are very expensive. This is about a $240,000 build. So, did Porsche ruin the 911 by making it hybrid? Let's find out. All right, first things first, we got the key. Does the key go in? No, it doesn't. We are push starting, unfortunately. So, one thing you will also notice about this car is that you're gonna have a digital display for nearly everything. Digital display to move the steering wheel around under the wheel. You now kind of have like an electronic control up and down. I'm gonna go adjust my mirrors, so we're gonna click here. On the left, it lights up. We'll bang it over. Right mirror, check it out. Okay, let's go adjust that guy. Get him down a little bit. Cool. Okay, like that. What's next? Seat up like this. Cool, looks good to me. Let's do, that's not working. Back, scroll up and down. Oh, hold on. It was thinking. Okay, central gate, night view, that's incredible. Don't need that. Navigation, we're at 113. Temperature, okay, let's see. Here we go, so vehicle, I would like these stats. And on the left, I want my tire pressure and temperature. So now we have tire pressure and temp, like the GT3 RS. I'm gonna put it in drive, 360 camera view. Wheels good. We have a red little Manatino here, and we are off to the races. All right, I like this. A lot of traffic out today. Is it gonna be kind of like a commute? What's it like to drive and live with? And let's see what we can do. All right, while we wait for traffic, we have a cup holder. If you ever want to remove it, pull this, lift up. Interesting. A disaster we have here. We have one cup holder over here. You no longer get the other cup holder over here, which is a mess. Back in drive, I would like to turn off start stop. Now the car's back on. Assistance, I want speed limit, route, lane keeping, none of that jazz. Anyways, let's pull off. Headlights are gonna be low beam on. Okay, review mirror, adjust, check. Inside feels like a 911. Range is fine. Tire pressure, engine and coolant temperature, oil pressure. It's pretty much all I want on these cars. I do have a nice cooled seat, leather wheel. Let's see how it drives on the road. These are nice. You get some back seats too. You have a sunroof. We can close. Counterintuitive, so pull back to send the shade forward. I don't like that. If Porsche can reprogram that, they should. Okay. PASM is normal. Let's see what we got here. So if I want the shade to go back, I push down. Interesting. I feel like I should pull it back to put the shade back. Nevertheless, here we are. I want the tachometer. Here we go. Digital tach, it's no longer analog. It's gonna be your biggest change versus a base 911. Let's see. We have a little hat for the Sport Chrono now, I think for the first time. Let's see, lane keep assist, additional functions. Speed warning. Warn and brake assist. We definitely don't want that. Lane change assist. Don't want that. Proactive occupant protection. No. Brake recommendation. No. Hazard warning. No. Night view assist. Wow, it can detect wildlife. Warn if night vision camera detects pedestrians or wildlife. That's pretty cool. Now I wonder how far off into the woods it can detect the deer. Wet detector. Notify when a wet road surface is detected. Terrifying. If you can't tell if the road is wet by driving it, you shouldn't be driving. All right, I don't need that. No animals. Let's get back here. Drive. Okay, I think that's everything here. Sport exhaust. I hear no difference at a stop, so that's that. Let's do trip. Comfort. Ambient lighting, driver's seat, passenger seat, yada yada. Drive. Let's just go to the home. Okay. On the road, it feels fine. I don't know what tires are on this car. I will have to check later. Tires are a huge component for whether, determining whether, how a car handles. At the extremes here, let's do a winter tire, a Blizzak WS80, brand new. You're gonna have a huge sidewall and, a very tall tire finger or tire groove, and you're gonna have a lot of deflection in the tire when you're gonna turn the wheel. So you're gonna turn the wheel, rubber deflects, reaches this maximum, and then you're gonna get the turn. Versus like a worn in Cup 2, which is gonna have no tread, the tire is kind of already hard. The second you turn the wheel, the car's gonna turn. So just because you drive a car and the steering response is bad, don't blame the car, check the tires first. Just wanna point that out there. Brake recommendations turned off. That is correct. So I'm gonna go click over here and click back. I don't want that. I want my tire pressure. 38 front, 48 rear. That's pretty high. Go right on ahead. We're all friends here. Okay, middle, I'm cool with this. We have a little battery, and I'll keep it like this. I'll just keep it. Okay. I hear the car. Let's see what we got. That was fun. All right. Cooled seat. AC's on. This is pretty much standard fare for the inside of a 911. Locks. Unlock. Lock. Hazard light. Right here. Okay. PSM off. If you click it once, it does nothing. Click and hold. That's PSM Sport. So you get a Sport PSM. Now if you hold it, turns it back on. Now you gotta hold it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's all off. All off. We'll keep it back on. Okay. Cool. We are in normal drive right now. I'm gonna click it into manual mode. Manual mode, thank you. The drive mode is with your Manatino right here on the steering wheel. We're gonna be in normal. Okay, let's just do that. Great, thank you. Don't hit me. No one's behind us. Cool. Okay. Car feels comfortable. I've heard that some people have complained about the shift speed of the PDK in this car. Lovely. No road. Okay. Let's see if we can merge out of here. Cool. I'll turn manual off. Just let it do its own thing. So you can hear the road noise right now. There's a huge bump here. Let's see how it takes it. Beautifully. It took that beautifully. Wow. So when you compare that to the 991.1 911 I just drove, you heard those shocks almost explode through the fenders. Oh my God. That was pretty rough. That was rough. I was ready for the struts to blow out through the fenders. I mean, truly. I'll overlay the video right now to show you what that kind of looked like. I'm shocked at how well that just took it. If I was in my 987 spotter on a Cup car suspension, my struts would have been through the fenders back there. I don't know if this has some kind of like predictive road surface, predictive bump, suspension softening. I will ask the sales guys, or I'll Google it in a second. But that took that bump incredible. Car drives normal, as it should. Okay. Seat could use some more bolstering. It's really flat. Interesting. Let's go into Sport Plus. I think if you push the red here, okay. Here, a little turbo. Okay, so pass on the right. Cool. Big bump. Let's get that spool. All right, first impression. The sound seems simulated to me. Like it's being piped into the cabin. Give him a little flash. All right, doesn't want to go, that's fine. Drives normal. So the PDK, so because it's a digital dash, I go to upclick and like, it's almost like, or even downshift, it's almost like, it's not a continuous move of the needle. It's almost like the needle like micro flashes for a millisecond, and then it kind of just like appears higher on the rev counter. So your brain might think, oh, it's delayed, but versus an analog ticker. But if you don't look at the tachometer and you downshift, the second you pull that paddle here, you get the juice. So let's go see what it's got. How are the brakes? Incredible. Damn. The sound's letting me down. In the base 911, I wasn't let down by the sound. This is almost like when you were playing Gran Turismo on the PlayStation and like the physics were good. But the cars sounded horrible. The sound did not match the car at all. And you knew it. You were driving like a Ferrari, and it didn't sound like a Ferrari in the game. It just made some kind of super synthetic, generic sound. And this doesn't match up. Versus today, a lot of the games have really good audio on the cars. It's a bit of a letdown. I made the comment, I think that if I worked hard in undergrad, master's, doctor, lawyer, engineer, and I spent $250,000 on this car for the 911 experience, I would be let down. I would be let down. I wish it had the analog tachometer. That's a letdown, for sure. But it's almost like it sounds synthetic in here. And sound is such a big thing in cars. It's not slow. It pulls nice. I know the battery on the screen right there, I've never seen it drop. It's supposed to like prime the turbo up or something like that. I'm gonna give some space here. I would like to do, a couple laps around the sun. heated and cooled seats. Like that. It has Burmester critical. Let's do this. Let's get over 1. I don't know how many miles are on the car. Tires at 114 Fahrenheit. Let's go around. Let's see what we can do. It's busy out today. Not an ideal situation for driving, but nevertheless, let's see if we can rock it. I don't know if this is all-wheel or four-wheel drive. Okay. Here we go. Now we got some room. I think it has four-wheel steer. It feels like it. Okay, let's hop off. It's like a simulated 911 experience. I really enjoyed the Carrera T I drove earlier. A lot more than this. Honestly, the Carrera T doesn't feel that much slower than this as well. I know this has like 500 some horsepower. Doesn't feel like it. I'll lay on the screen right now that the specs of this car. I'm not too privy on the specs, but this should be like a fast car. All right, ChatGPT says 2025 Carrera GTS T Hybrid, 3.6 liter twin turbo, 532 horsepower, 450 foot-pounds of torque. That's a lot of horsepower and a lot of torque. It does not feel that way. 2.6 to 60. We'll test it out in a second. We're still in Sport Plus. Let's hop into normal. We have a wet mode. I like the leather wheel. Yeah, I think I'd be let down if I bought this car sight unseen. It's not like the hybrid stuff. I don't really mind. If the hybrid works, great. If not, whatever. But like, it just feels like the sound in here is piped in from the speakers, and it feels simulated to me. I've never heard another review say that. I'm gonna put the curtain back. That's a big drop. It is a comfortable car. So highway, let's go out of manual mode. Let it just cruise along. Okay. Less wind noise in here compared to the 911 T I drove earlier. So let's go. All right. Let's go like this. Getting some wind noise. Not that I mind the wind noise. Now, like, I think the wind noise factor is like, you know, a toss away. You're gonna be bumping your favorite music while you're driving, so it's not really an issue. And if you're really hammering down the road, like, you know, you probably don't mind the wind noise. So this isn't an S-Class. Interesting. Okay. Takes the bumps fine. Is there a lumbar support? Let's see. There sure is. Ooh, that's nice. Oh. Okay. I think on this main display you can toggle. All right. Wow, it's like a Tesla. It shows some cars around you. I'm sure there's. I think there's some autopilot feature on this car. All right, let's try it here. So set speed, distance. Let's pull back. Adapt to the cruise control. Wait for speed adjustment. Oh, it has to go to the speed limit? Stop. Tell me no. Let's go higher, faster. Set. Y. Set speed. Distance. Following distance we can decrease. Increase the following distance. So let's go follow a car in the right lane. Let's go hop in the right lane. All right, let's see what we can do. So if I pull back on the stalk, are we literally? So let's go up on the speed. Oh, it's not working. Hold on. Resume. Are we auto steering? Cancel? I don't understand. All right, this is cruise control. How do I activate auto steer? Will it do it? I'm just dumb, so don't. Adaptive cruise. Here we go. On, off. Okay, it wants it on. Lane keep. Let's do lane keep. Route. Lane keep and route. Okay. Let's try it out. Ooh. I figured it. Oh! Okay, let's see how long until it gets mad at me. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, once my hand on the wheel. How long can we go without touching the wheel? Let's see. Touch the wheel. 1, 2, 1. Hold on. Jesus. Thank you. All right, let's try this again. All right, pull back on the stalk. Hold on, wrong stalk. Hi, thank you so much. Let's go into Sport Plus. Manual mode. God damn, rocks. Okay. A stop sign. A great time to launch the car. Let's see what we can do. Left foot on the brake. Right foot on the gas. You could hear the battery spin the turbo up. Unfortunately, I was in the wrong. What are we doing? I was in the wrong mode, so I couldn't see my tachometer. So if it was analog, I could have seen it. Whatever. Interesting. Okay, let's. All right, so probably you're gonna have to work with the lane keep assist on here, the autopilot feature. Do I like this car? Not thrilled with it. I love the Carrera T. I'm not thrilled on the 911 T here. If a Carrera T is a $125,000, $130,000 car, it is a phenomenal driving experience for what you're gonna get. If this is $250,000, you know, these are spec'd so high. This is a hard pass. I couldn't imagine skipping a Spider RS and getting one of these. It doesn't feel like a 911 to me anymore. Yes, the shape and whatnot, but like the driving experience just does not feel, it feels a little too synthetic to me. Unfortunately, that is my opinion. Is a rear axle steer, pretty tight radius, so there could be. Let's not kill this guy. That is gonna conclude the review for today. I think I went over everything, so even with like the moonroof, if I wanna open the moonroof, let's say, pull back. No, you gotta push forward to open the whole thing. I feel like pulling back on this should send it backwards. Is that all it goes? And then I pull back again to close it. Strange. Make it make sense. A lot of buttons in here. Vents. I'm not in love with it. I'm not in love with it, honestly, with you guys. Maybe, if you've driven this car and you loved it, let me know in the comments below what you think of this car. I'm not thrilled. It just feels like it's a synthetic 911 and not a real one. It's because of the noise. And if the noise sounded like the Carrera T I drove earlier, I could be a buyer. So anyways, final thoughts. Yeah, if I worked hard in life and this was my first 911 I bought, I would be let down. Honestly, go for the base 911 as an 8-speed transmission. If fuel economy is a thing to you. I'm not sold on this. I would be a little upset for the value play. Definitely very upset. A literal push button, rear fog, it's kind of diluting the experience. We're getting some Kia action going on in here, which is a letdown. Just like, you know, classic stuff. Porsche used to be a really nice leader of the pack interior, and it's getting diluted. So, it's a nice car, but I would be let down. If I took delivery of this in Europe and I drove it, I'd be like, what the f-? Like, give me my money back. Michael, give me my money. Give me my money back.
Michael, give me my money back. Michael, do you hear me? I want my money back. Give me my...
If you have any questions, put a comment below. Please consider subscribing, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.